to acquire a whole lot of millions before starting something.
But at least the things that you need a bike,
Yeah.
you need a helmet like this, you need
Yes.
a bike, you need a box.
Yeah. If you have 800,000, close to a million, you are set
You're
for
set
business.
to go. And is there any prior knowledge you need, any particular kind of knowledge you need before you get into this kind of a business?
Yes. I will talk on this like I always do tell a lot of people who ask me, how do you do this?
Okay.
Your attitude must be the first.
Wow.
You must learn to talk to your customers.
Mm-hmm.
You must learn to be punctual. Somebody calls you, hey, pick me up a plate of food from maybe Mount Power Resto, any other restaurant in town.
Okay.
You need to be there. I mean, somebody's really hungry. Pick me this up. Where are you? You give the exact direction. That person knows how many minutes you can take to reach to his door, his or her door.
So you need good attitude. You need to be punctual.
Yeah,
You
self-discipline,
need
and
self-discipline.
sanitation.
Oh, I wanted to ask about sanitation. How about your appearance, cleanliness? Is it
Yeah.
really necessary?
Yes, it's necessary. You're carrying food for people.
You're carrying food
You're
for
carrying
people.
parcels. You might like take a parcel to an office. I usually really don't appear like this. There are days I appear better than this
And
because
even in suit corporate.
yes, I go into offices
Because
give
this is
documents.
your own office and it's a point of contact.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about the different services you offer. Delivery, food, what again?
I can pick up your wheat
Meat.
I can pick up your dress from the pressing,
Okay,
your shoe that you bought.
okay.
I can pick up parcels at the park, maybe from Bamenda, maybe from Yaoundé, deliver right at your door. You can call me, give me your parcel, and the delivery fee that I have to pay at the park, I go to a bus agency, send the parcel maybe to Limbe, send it to Yaoundé, to wherever I pay, and I snap the receipt and send it back to you.
And you're sending it back. So it means that to even succeed in this business, one gadget you need is a phone.
Yeah,
It's a phone.
definitely. A
So,
good phone.
what really pushed you into this kind of business? What inspired you? Somebody will look at it as like working under the sun all the time, but apparently you're having satisfaction. So, what is the history?
Okay. I would like to say this. Sorry, I'm linking you to an example.
Okay.
Take for example these hawkers that go around the sun under the wind. I bet you there are a few civil servants who can like
Monetize, comparing
yes,
the
who
amount
can
they make.
compare with them. There are hawkers who make 10,000 a day.
Okay.
Take it logically 3,000 a day times 30. 3,000 a day times 30.
So, is the money that pushed you into it?
Not only money. At the start, it's always been difficult,
Okay.
and there is nothing that you put in your effort, your time, your knowledge in it that you don't get anything,
Wow.
except your mind is not there. You're doing it just to have something doing. But when you have these ideas put together, it will help you develop other ideas on how to progress in such business.
All right. So, what advice are you giving to the young people out there? There are a lot of people who see it and like, there's no job, there's nothing to do. But here you are, a young energetic Cameroonian.
Idleness is the root to all evil.
Okay.
Do not be idle. You watching at me today and now, never be idle. Go out there, pick up trash from people's doors. They will pay you. They will serve you something for a day. Anything you lay your hands on, put God ahead, and you will see it work with your effort.
And are you looking, where are you seeing yourself in maybe 5 years from now?
I only can say by the grace of God. I am looking forward to making this big in a way that we will have pickup shutters in town. Yes, produced by this same business.
Wow. Thank you so very much, Mr. Smith, for your time. And over to you, Rita, Mafani, Mojoko, and the rest of our viewers this morning. This has been a great talk with our delivery man here, who is assuring us that idleness is not a good thing, and so youth should be able to take up the challenges of doing things, even those things where you feel that they are dirt. I bet you, as he says, there is gold in the dirt. Elela Gbamu to you watching, Elela Gbamu to you, Rita in the studio. Until next time, I am Adelani from Akomone for the Investment Corner. Love you.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still beaming live in the studios of High Television, Malingo Buea. It is a Friday rainy morning, and yes, that was many thanks to our marketing department, Adelina Newford, for bringing us that wonderful package on investment. And yes, it is one of those sectors where people hardly, look at it, but I think it's becoming a whole business, a big business strategy in Buea. You could find lots of them delivery companies, going to deliver stuffs. You could hear somebody I can practically sit in the confines of High Television and I maybe order food or order for a dress, order for a week, order for a pair of shoes, just anything, and it would be delivered to me right here at just seated, and nobody's like, okay, I brought your stuff, and you don't need to really stress yourself. Now the stress is being taken away from you so that you could relax and chill while others do the work for you. And that's why I was telling a friend of mine this morning, I say, hey, one has to look for money. Like, money is very, very important in this life. Like, it's a necessity before. Let's talk about the necessity of it before the luxury part of it, because there is a time when probably some persons have reached a certain point in life where they feel like they don't need to stress. They don't need to, think of what they'll eat the next day. Others are busy thinking of the next car that they'll buy. Another person is like, what am I going to eat this evening? Another person is like, okay, I have too many cars already. What is the next? Maybe I want to get a private jet. So the moment you're feeling like, oh, I've made it in life, I'm okay, I'm fine. My dear, you're thinking of what to eat the next morning, or probably you're thinking of what to wear for an event. Another person is like, okay, what's the next private jet? I already have Lamborghini, I have the latest version of Range Rover, I have the Benz, I have the... So somebody is thinking of, okay, like I have all fleets of cars. What's the next thing that I'm going to get? Like, this life as it is, you just need to look for money and be in your own lane. Like, take care of yourself the little way you can take care of yourself. And we always say it's like, at the end of the day, all of those things, the thing I find most important is the one I tell my stomach. So long as my health and my stomach is okay, it's a bong. Because at the end of the day, whether you drive Lamborghini or you drive Guinea Lambo, at the end of the day, what happens? We all know the end product, right? But if you eat good food, that's why I don't joke with food in my stomach. Like, I'll tear the chicken. It's my own. That's the one that is tasting my mouth. Even if you buy Lamborghini and put it out there, you drive the car now. Okay, you'll be feeling the air condition. Don't mind me. I can be a drama queen. But yes, we are still right here in the studio of High Television, making sure that you get infotainment. And yes, one of the, I believe you already got one of the most important reasons why you need to use a delivery. I mean, it saves you the stress and saves you from, having to sweat or missing another opportunity because you had to go pick up something. Imagine you missing a very important interview just because of a slight errand that you had to go for, whereas somebody can do the errand for you. And yes, this time around we are about talking beauty. Yes, it is important to stay beauty, especially for my ladies. It is very, very important. I mean, you have to keep looking good, because they say looking good is good business. So you don't want to, be on the Like, okay, don't look like your problems. Yes, you have financial issues, but don't look like a financial issue. Like somebody wants to talk about financial issue and the person is pointing towards you. Anyways, our topic of discussion is still right there on your screen. And yes, we are asking this morning, if you had to set a world record for something, what would that be? What would it be if you had to set the world record for something? And yes, this time around, let's go meet Aisha. Tell us what is making news in the streets of Buea and Moliko, to be precise, as content beauty. Good morning to you in the studio. Good morning, dear televiewers. It is beauty time on your favorite morning show, Elela Gbamu. At this particular point of time, we want to visit an expert in beauty who is there to tell us what is common in ladies, what ladies do nowadays in order to glow and look beautiful. Follow me, let's have some time with the beauty expert as what is trending in the world of hair. Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you. Looking at what you're doing is so gorgeous and beautiful. Can you tell us what motivated you? Is it for business or passion?
Okay. With hairdressing, it's first of all passion. Without passion, you cannot go into hairdressing. You need to first of all have the passion, the desire, and the urge for it. So it is passion that have driven me into this work.
Okay, so for how long have you actually been into hairdressing and how has the journey been?
I'll start by saying the journey has not been easy, but with God we have been pulling. With hairdressing work, I have been into this field for more than 3 years now. It has not really been easy, a lot of challenges, but we are pulling up.
What advice can you give our viewers on what particular event can they use this hairstyle?
Okay, like my beautiful customer here, she is to attend a wedding. As you can see, this beautiful hairstyle is to attend a wedding, and such hairstyles could be used for weddings, birthdays, and so on, depending on the clients.
Okay, look at what the beautiful thing that you've done. How have you been able to come up with this? Tell us the procedures.
All right, first of all, I began by cleaning her forehead, plating her bacala, and then I put the gum, dry, install her hair. After installation, then I'll put my mousse. That is how I came out with this style.
Okay, apart from the mousse, I think the mousse is when you've put everything. How do you do to style everything to make it look this beautiful?
Okay, you use your mousse, you use your gel to make it look smooth and good. Yes. Then when you are done, you have to use your spray, your got-to-be spray, in order to hold your hair for it to be very firm and good.
All right, so what has been your challenges so far with this particular hairstyle?
All right, there are a lot of challenges doing hairdressing work. There are a lot of challenges because a lot of customers, most of them are not understanding. At times, a customer can come to your place that I want this style. When you do it, maybe at the end tail, it does not fit the customer's face. The customer complains or say a lot of harsh words to you, but notwithstanding, we still deal with them as God help us.
Okay, that's customer service. Thank you very much, Auntie Esther.
You are welcome, and thank you too for coming.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Hi TV. Gbamu, good morning.
This is all what we had for you on your beauty slot today. Hope you picked something. This is why you can't afford to miss beauty on your morning show with your girl Aisha Beng. Back to you in the studio. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Aisha Beng, for bringing us that beauty slot today. And yes, it is amazing to know that we can actually, look good with just a small, like very little. So if we have to think about all our problems and put them in the line, as in what do we have to do and what are we not supposed to do, then we are going to be having a very, very tough time. But if we have to tell ourselves that looking good is one of those things that is like a necessity, then in one way or the other we will find out that we will be looking exceptionally okay as the days go by, and we will be able to take out a little time, take out a little income from the one that we do, from the one that we have, to take care of ourselves every day or just every week, every month, depending on how you want to go about it. Thank you so much once more, Aisha Beng. And this time around, we are still around the corridors of our topic of discussion. And like I said, there's a number there on the screen, and you can do well to drop a comment on our comment section, because we are streaming live on YouTube channel Hi TV Cameroon. And yes, you can do well to send us a comment. Just drop a comment on the comment section there, and it will be read. Let us know where you are watching us from, so we can be happy. I can be happy to greet you this morning, and let us know how that part of your area is all this morning. Yes, if you're watching us from Limbe, probably it's not raining in Limbe, but it's raining in Buea. So let us know where you are watching us from this morning. And yes, I am still asking the question, if you had to set the world record for something, what would it be? Is it for writing? Are you going to be able to write for the longest hours? The question is, what will you be writing? Is it a book? Is it a project? And there's this guy, Just Too Funny, a comedian in Nigeria. I think that guy is extremely funny. I mean, he does stupid things, and imagine him appeared on America's Got Talent, it's Britain's Got Talent, that he's the fastest reader, and he could just do it was really, really funny. I mean, stupid though, but that's the way he's making his own money. So are you going to break the world record for reading? So how are they going to monitor that you're reading? Is it that they have probably read the books before, and then so they know the content, and you're going to give the content of the book? What is it? What is that thing that you feel you could do? What is that thing that you think if you had to break the world record for, that you would do? What is it? Okay, so that's it for our topic of discussion. And like I said, you can send us a contribution via WhatsApp message, or you can send us a text message, or you can as well do well to drop a comment on our comment section. High TV Cameroon. Yes, and we will be glad to greet you this morning and to know where you're watching us from. And yes, this time around we are about talking something different. But before we dive onto that, we take on this musical break, and when we come back, we continue.
Talkie, now them get their mouth too.
Hey.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Give me the mic, yo. Ooh. Your bags. Let's take a trip to Las Vegas. I sent a bank a lot for cash and some foreign papers. Body shape, God's creation, natural like pure water. Give me your heart, I go cherish and keep it better because I be goalkeeper for love.
Hey, talkie, now them get your mouth. Now me and you against the world. Cause I know the lie, take my hand and go. And all I ask for you to follow me, my baby, follow. Jealousy people, them they press to make we borrow. Buea, follow me, my baby, follow. No one want me to my love.
Okay, welcome back. And yes, we are talking something different this morning. And yes, like I told you before, we are going to be looking at a different aspect this morning. And yes, we are going to be talking about health. We started talking about our health, our heartbeats. Yes, we started talking about our heartbeats this morning on our Did You Know page. And this time around, we want to look at something different, which is coming all the way from Global Diabetes Initiative. And yes, it's all about diabetes and how how it comes about. Some I hear some are heavy, some are from maybe probably of when you go to the hospital. Yeah, the doctors ask you, did your father have diabetes, did your mother have diabetes, and all of that. Yeah, so we're talking about the Global Diabetes Initiative, alongside Minsante. These are the partners, and then this we are talking about Global Diabetes Initiative in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Health Cameroon. And this is all about empower your health. It's tagged empower your health, and they are offering free diabetes and high blood pressure screening. As the saying goes, knowledge is the first step towards a healthy lifestyle. And the venue happens to be Landmark Metropolitan University campus, few meters from UB Junction, directly opposite Unix Microfinance Moliko. And the day is Saturday, 11th of November 2023. That is tomorrow. And also the time is 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. So Global Diabetes Initiative is alongside Midsante and Landmark Technologies is offering a free diabetes and high blood pressure screening. Yes, free diabetes and high blood pressure screening. I think I should equally go for this myself. Do you know the status of your do you know the status of your blood pressure? When was the last time you checked your blood pressure? When was the last time you checked yourself for sugar? You know, sometimes these days, today you're eating mambo, before the next minute you're eating biscuit, chewing gum want to pass, you take and chew this one, that one, and you don't equally consume water enough, because water helps to, you know, subdue or reduce the amount of sugar, and exercise as well helps to reduce the amount of sugar intake in your system. But if you don't take in enough water, and you don't also remove the waste, because there are two ways: you take in enough water and then you remove the waste. But if these two are not part of your, you know, daily activities or your daily lifestyle, then it becomes a problem. And these are things that we normally have to check on a normal basis. We normally have to check at least once a month or twice in 2 months, but we hardly do this. So Global Initiative, Global Diabetes Initiative alongside Midsante, Landmark Global, they are offering, that's the Global Diabetes Initiative in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Health Cameroon, is offering a free diabetes and high blood pressure screening. So go know your let me not call it condition, go know your status. If your blood pressure is fine, and also your sugar level. Diabetes is one of the most dangerous, it's the very, very dangerous. You hear of person suffering from it, you hear they have amputated somebody's leg, they have done this person has maybe a wound, and it's not looking like it's going to get well very soon, all because of this particular illness. So this is something that you want to, you know, concentrate on. And it says, and they have tagged it, empower your health. Empower your health. Your health is the most important aspect. If I'm not well today, I won't be able to communicate. If I'm not well, I won't be able to go for that job. If you're not well, you'll not be able to achieve that goal. So everything set aside and everything kept by the side. Concentrate on your health and empower your health. And once again, the venue is the Landmark Metropolitan University Campus A, few meters from UB Junction, directly opposite the Unix Microfinance Moliko. And also it's Saturday, 11th of November, that is tomorrow, as from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. And if you want to get in contact with them, you have the contact there on your screen. You can do well to contact the number 677 excuse me 37 55 77, 677 37 55 77, or 680 001934, 680 001934. So those are the numbers right there on your screen, and for every information that you need is right there on the screen. So do well to go for the screening, get yourself checked up, and do what? Empower your health. Health, they say, is power, and this is all thanks to the global diabetes initiative alongside the Ministry of Public Health. So empower yourself and empower your health, because like the saying goes, health is wealth. And as I earlier said, if you are not fine today, it will be very difficult for you to go for that interview. It will be very difficult for you to achieve that goal. It will be very difficult for you to, gain that opportunity that you wish to gain. If you're not fine, there's no way you are going to, sometimes we stress ourselves so much and we're like, okay, I had to go for checkup, probably I didn't have time. Why? Because probably you're occupied with business and you're occupied with work. But the question is, if you fall today, is that business going to remain? If it's your business, is it going to remain? And if you're working for someone, will that position still be vacant? We've had cases where people die maybe today, and the next day they are replacing the person, maybe bringing another person, or even the next week. That is to tell you, you are not irreplaceable, and so you should empower your health, all thanks to the Global Diabetes Initiative alongside the Ministry of Public Health. Time tomorrow is 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the venue is Landmark Metropolitan University, and the time is Saturday 11 tomorrow. So do well to empower your health in the slightest way that you can. And yes, we are still on to our topic of discussion this morning, and we're still asking the question, what is that one thing that if you had to set the world record for, what would it be? But talking about the Global Diabetes Initiative, talking about diabetes, if you know what is happening out there, and if you're being given like a picture of how dangerous diabetes is, then my dear, you should be panicking by now, because it's one of those highly, I think it kills faster if you are not, let's say if it gets to a certain stage and probably you didn't know that this is what you were going through, or this is what was affecting your health. And also it's almost like somebody once said, it's better for you to have it's better for you to have a certain, like, it should be normal, like your sugar level. Worst case scenario, you go to the hospital and they're like, okay, your sugar level is low. Probably they start telling you, okay, try to take more of this, take more of that. But once the sugar level is like, it gets to a certain stage, my dear, you can imagine. And diabetes is not all about sugar. Even the food that we eat, the starchy food that we eat, too much of starch. Some people will tell you they've been told in the hospital not to eat starch again, because yes, sugar also comes from there. It's not just about the mambos, the chewing gums, the biscuits, yes, the top. Some people tell you, okay, I don't take top, I only take alcohol. That same alcohol that you're taking, the sugar that is in that alcohol, if they open the patient and give you, you just faint minute after minute. So it's good that you're not just going for a free screening, you're also going to get knowledge on how to cater for your sugar level, or how to better reduce your intake of sugar, so that you don't start reducing it when it's late. And I always tell people, everything that we do, it's very, very important for us to start at a particular point in time. Don't just wait till when you get to 40 years. Yes, that is why the Global Diabetes Initiative is bringing this to you. So empower your health. You've been given a free opportunity to learn more about diabetes, to get a free screening, and also your blood pressure. It's not everything that somebody does to you that you have to get angry of. Like minute after minute you're angry, or the slightest thing bother you, or you're just you're always high temper. It's like your own adrenaline, they increased it. When God was creating people, he only added it times 2. So all of these things, you know, there is a way it tempers on our system, and it's very good for you to go check up, because probably maybe it's something that is from maybe your family line, and if your care is not taken, or if you don't start following it early enough, you realize that you have issues when you get to a certain age. And also, I was about saying that talking about diabetes and the level of intake of sugar and other starchy things, it's very important that you start at an early age. Don't wait till when you're 40 and you start controlling your sugar level. Start now. If you're 20, start now. Start controlling your intake of sugar at the age of 20 or 25. Start it. Don't wait till when you are 40, because all of when it begins from a certain age and it accommodates and accommodates and accommodates, and what happens before you get to maybe probably 45, 50, 60, what happens? It's already, you know, bottled up, and before you know it, you go to the hospital and they're telling you, okay, it's at a certain stage that if care is not taken, we have to do this and we have to do that. So now, if you have to drink tea, a cup of tea, I'll see somebody take a cup of tea, just a very tiny cup of tea, and you're putting, you're adding like 7 cubes of sugar. You're endangering yourself. At least 2, it's okay for your health, it's okay for your intake. 2, it doesn't mean that it has to be too sweet for your system. I think sweet things are not even too good for our systems. I prefer them bitter. If you come to my house and I prepare bitter leaf, you think that I'm preparing concoction, but it's good for your health. It helps your blood, it helps for the blood increase in blood and some other adjustments. So many thanks to the Global Diabetes Initiative alongside the Ministry of Public Health. Tomorrow 7 a.m. don't move a muscle. And yes, we have been talking about them. We have been talking about the Global Diabetes Initiative a lot. This time around we'll be moving to something else, but before we do that, let's take on this musical break, and when we come back we talk more.
Bolingwe Jala, je t'aime encore, et je t'aime plus que les mots ne pourraient l'exprimer. Yes. Bolingwe Jala. Vive les mariés.
Notre histoire d'amour est une vraie histoire d'alcool à raconter à qui veut l'entendre.
Ouais.
Notre histoire d'amour est une vraie histoire d'alcool à raconter à qui veut l'entendre.
Celui qui trouve une femme trouve le bonheur, on dit. Celle qui trouve un homme, ça m'ira parler. Malgré mes problèmes, nous avons cru à notre amour. Pas difficulté, coca quitte coca bola biso. Donc comprenez qui caca, qu'il n'y a pas de roses sans épis. Doit atteindre destination mariage, l'élo. Anon annulé, amour na motema. Je suis fier de t'avoir comme épouse, mon amour. Tolatibano, bolingo na motema. Et ça pour vieillir ensemble éternellement.
Notre histoire
d'amour, d'accord, mon amour, d'amour, d'accord. Vive les mariés.
Amour et loba, amour et zala. Bajaluna bajalus balela, bisoto seka.
je l'aime, elle aussi elle m'aime. Je t'aime, mon bébé je t'adore.
Papa,
nous avions perdu la bataille, on a gagné le combat. De mon côté, coca voilà l'amour.
jamais
Après tant de controverses, on va la marier.
marié.
Les amours
Chérie nana, synonyme de mon bonheur, je t'aime. Mon thème, je t'aime. Je t'aime, mon bébé. Toi emprunté autoroute à bonheur. Il n'y a pas moyen qu'on regarde en arrière. Nana yoto kokufa elongo. Nana yoto salé ma poto à l'ensemble. Il faut le reconnaître. Et si kato outi, ne si kato komi lelo. Ne zo la kisa que ba destin biso la kisele. Depuis les cieux. Tous à deux amoureux prédestinés. Nzamba salut que tous allez longo. Tu es le trésor de mon cœur, mon amour. Maman, tu es le bonheur de ma vie, mon bébé. Papa, il est comme mon côté coca-cola moyo. Jamais songi mon côté copanza ignoyo. Jamais te dis oui devant Dieu et devant les hommes. Te dis oui dans mon cœur. Je t'accepte à jamais, maman. Je l'aime, elle aussi elle m'aime. Elle m'aime. Mon bébé, je t'adore. Nous avions perdu la bataille, on a gagné le combat. Le combat. De mon côté, Coca-Cola, oh, jamais. Nos promesses, non pas la mariée. Laisse monter l'amour. Tu es mon amour, futur mère de mes enfants. Maman, chérie, nana, synonyme de mon bonheur, je t'aime. Moi, je t'aime.
Le cœur, ma banza.
Je t'aime. Le cœur. Ton seul édition des deux familles. Bakomi eloko moko au nom de l'amour. Elle est dans ma vie comme ma reine, ma chérie. Queen. Demeure dans mon cœur comme un roi, my darling. N'est pas parler la maman. N'est pas maman kaka papa. Bango pe baloba quand je t'aime. Je t'aime, mon bébé, je t'adore. Mon amour, on a perdu la bataille, on a gagné le combat. Le combat. Oh, jamais. Mon amour, futur mère de mes enfants. Chérie, nana, synonyme de mon bonheur, je t'aime. Le cœur, je t'aime, je t'aime. Je t'aime.
Professeur Docteur Dadimata Canada, Lydie Kibe Angel Face, l'honorable et bienvenu Lyotan Joy. Docteur Zingetu le Rakabak, Miché Moulumba Mimoula. Le charismatique Dungu Zidane, Ya Edomo Patas, Simplice Bata, mon colonel. Hugues la coiffe Ikote, Coco maître de l'école, Flori Loubaki, Moulopoué Gabin Chitea, Christian Matata, bourgmestre Yansele, Apocalypse Dongo, Albert Junior et Léoncia, félicitations. Le cœur, je t'aime. Le cœur, je t'aime. Gay Mamadou, l'habilleur de luxe. Débat Batili, top office. Jean-Marie Lokola, Sidon King, le PCA. Sylvie Moadi, Mamana.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still seated right here making sure that your morning is beautiful and your morning goes amazingly and great. Yes, I told you we will be talking about something else this time around, and yes, we are shifting the gears and shifting the lights towards the corridors of investment, and not just investment, something peculiar, something important this morning. And yes, I was just warmed by, our couch was just warmed by a beautiful lady this morning. We'll just join in, and I could get the the aroma of the studio just practically changed the moment she walked in there. Good morning, Adeline.
Good morning to you, Rita. Good morning to all our viewers out there. It's an opportunity again for me. It's like this is the first time I'm sitting on this couch.
I know, right? What did I do? Did I do something?
No.
It's been long we had this, we sat like this.
I'm telling you, I've missed it myself, and I've missed you all watching the morning show.
Okay, so what how has it been, away from the cameras, the lights? How has it been?
Of course, I've missed it. It's not been easy with school, with other things. It's not like I abandoned you before. I was doing outdoors, moving about, looking for things like this that we'll be discussing in a moment.
All right. Okay, so talking about things of business and investment, when I see you around, all I can think of is money. A while ago, I was telling our viewers that money is one of those things that is not just, people see it like luxury, but it's necessary. There are a lot of problems you solve when you have money, even the problems that you did not know you have. The moment you have money, you start realizing that these are the problems. Like
you have a pile of problems.
You have a pile.
Waiting for the smell of money.
Yeah, or you didn't even notice it's a problem because you don't have the money. But since the money comes now, you notice that it's a problem. Okay, so what are you going to be talking about today? What are you bringing for us?
We are talking about the Pan-African Institute for Development for West Africa, Buea, that will be having their graduation today, the 10th of November. I know the preparation are already so heightening there at the school campus in Buea. The Pan-African Institute for Development is a school that fosters great education. They have a wide range of curriculum, and they're into lots of partnership to ensure that people get the best of career orientation, capacity building that the society needs, the Cameroon needs to get to that level of industrialization, to get to that level of right thinking citizens. So today, the 51st, 52nd, and 53rd batches of students across HND, BSc, MSc, MBA will be graduating from different specialties, as the director, Madam Asa Gladys, is saying that Pan-African Institute for Development is an institution that brings together Africans across the West Africa. That is why it is the Pan-African Institute for Development for West Africa. Just you understand that they have different campuses, the one in Buea, the one in Yaoundé, the one in Douala, and all of these sister campuses will be coming to give their support. Buea is always
so it's a big celebration over there at the Pan-African Institute.
Yes, it is a big celebration. Like I said, they're bringing together 3 batches of students to graduate this day. The 51st, the 52nd, and the 53rd. So you can imagine a large crowd. And the good thing is that you can be watching this live on High TV, because we'll be there covering and giving you minute by minute updates of what is happening there. So just to let you know that the Pan-African Institute for Development is a university that promotes developmental studies. Their kind of education is hands-on. They are that university that if you're into agriculture, you get it, like you feel like an expert. You get a training that makes you an expert. If they have different kind of projects, the social management sciences. They are into different training sessions like what you can watch there. They are having
when
a program
I heard
for
of the
design.
Pan-African Institute, I was thinking probably it's just
diplomatic,
not really practical, but I see practical what going on.
It is one of the treasures that we have in Cameroon, and Buea is blessed to have it. It spans till to the master's degree level. I think to very soon they'll be offering the PhD, so people can really get both diplomatic, like you said, the kind of education that puts you into diplomacy. You can do conflict resolution,
and
work in those offices that
the big
they'll
offices,
call you the director, all of those things like that.
You can get them.
You get them. So this is an institution that is even close to the heart of the Cameroonian government, because it was inaugurated in the time of Amadou Ahidjo, the president. Amadou Ahidjo, who was represented by the current President Paul Biya. And so this event will have the representation of the governor of the Southwest region, His Excellency Bernard Okala Bilai, who is going to officiate this activity today. So it's a whole lot of merrymaking. It's a lot of emotions that are expressed there. From since they've been doing a lot, there is the cleaning of the compound. The persons, the staffs, they are there trying to arrange one or two things. And one good thing about them is that it's their fashion design industry that is producing their decor. So it makes it amazing that you could go there and you already see.
They do a lot of things there. I have a cousin of mine whose mom happens to be a staff of theirs. They do a lot of things, from cooking to from catering to because there was a time that she brought chickens at home, and she was like, these chicks are actually from them, like it's from the agricultural sector.
It is that's the reality of the Pan-African Institute for Development in West Africa. So it is for development. It is a treasure, like I said, for the Cameroonian youth, the youths of different countries in West Africa. So the campus is a mix of nationals from Cameroon, West African countries, and they can always have the best of education. So today we are going to be rubbing shoulders with them. We're going to be enjoying what it means to be in the diplomatic university in West Africa, that is a Pan-African Institute. So on behalf of the school, we're inviting the public. You can come and witness what the students have gone through, get a feel of their experience, for those who spent 2 years, those who spent 3-5 years in the school.
Okay, amazing one there. I'm sure the campus is already, busy right now, as busy as you can imagine. Lots of things being put in place to ensure that this celebration goes successfully, and also passing across the message of education and development. It's one thing to go to school, and it's one thing to go to a school that brings development.
That's true.
And one school that equally impacts you, not just with knowledge but also with skills, because these days skills put food on the table, and not just the certificate. If you have the certificate and you are not able to manifest it, or you're not able to improve on the values, then definitely it's not education. So I think it's the 50th.
Yes, they are already 50 years.
Wow,
so it's
50
a school.
years down
you can
the line.
imagine the caliber of persons who've passed through it. Like
it's
the alma mater of, I'm sure, ministers, directors. Because a lot of people have really passed through this school, and we are using this opportunity to say that our mission is still going on. If you want to be part of this giant family that gives you entrance into a bright future, then you can go there. Like you can see, the students are already collecting their robes. They're already in the show. Remember when in the university time?
I think it's the part where I want to go to school again. It just feels success. Feels so good.
Yeah, there is this way that you see they take care of the robes. You see the ironing, arrangement.
Oh, the feeling today is
yeah,
people will be throwing
their hearts and you're just
and like done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
And
So
it's good.
that is it. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. Lots and lots and lots of colorful information, images will be yours. And an hour or 2 hours from now, as High TV will be giving you the live coverage. So don't even touch the dial, don't change the channel, because lots of beautiful information, nostalgic, will be coming your way from the Pan-African Institute for Development for West Africa, Buea campus.
Yeah, lots will be coming your way as far as the Pan-African Institute is concerned, and it's the 50th anniversary. 50 years down the line, 50 years of impacting the youthful generation, 50 years of delivering, not just education but skills, 50 years of bringing up, leaders of tomorrow, 50 years of education, 50 years of development, 50 years down the line of impacting a nation full of youths that are agile to bring growth to the nation. And yes, it is 50 years, and yes, we'll be there to give you lots of updates as far as this jubilee is concerned. It's a golden jubilee for them, and yes, we'll be there to make sure that we give you information and also images that will be pressed across the screen of yours concerning this celebration of today.
Of course, Rita, and it's an opportunity for us here as the marketing director to announce that if you want to have something like this, our doors are open for the schools. I always say that the higher education is the largest industry that we have in Buea. So make use of High TV, give your viewers, give your parents a touch, a feel of, you never can tell. Somebody can be watching because we are on satellite, somebody can be watching from the States and like, okay, I like the way things I saw, the things, seeing is believing. I like what I saw, and I want my kid sister, I want my daughter, I want my son, I want my nephew, niece, friends to be part of that school. So be part of this movement of bringing increased visibility to what you're doing. We appreciate all the effort you're putting in to ensure that Cameroon becomes a place for opportunities, and so we are here to walk that lane with you. Come and contact us and get to always have us come to your event and give it the grandeur it deserves.
Yes, just give it the grandeur it deserves. And I always tell, when people come to my inbox, I always tell them, some people don't understand the importance of media visibility, but the others who have tried it, I mean, they are amazed. And I was in a taxi with someone the other day, I think with my other colleague, and we're going for this event, and somebody just beside me was like, High TV. I was like, yeah. And the person was like, oh, I can remember there was this one time we were having an advert with you people for furnitures, and the person was like, the guy was like, my boss actually received a lot of sales at that period after coming to advertise with you people. And I was like, oh really? And see, probably if I had done something wrong in that car, this guy was just like, oh, we would have just been like, okay, I know you, or probably we have worked before, or I've worked with you people, and maybe he would have easily known how to get me. I was just amazed when I heard the feedback, and he was like, his boss actually got a lot of clients that came in to get furniture just because of the advert and also the visibility that they got with us. So people don't actually understand. They feel like at the end of the day, it's not really much, it's quite small for you to get a visibility compared to what you get in return after getting the visibility.
Of course. And you just mentioned one thing there, that it's part of business lessons that every worker should understand, that you are an ambassador wherever you're working. Because imagine you went there, you were already saying some kind of things, or probably the new from a perspective that is not sellable. There are sellable perspectives in life, and there are draining perspectives. So you have to understand that as a worker, as somebody who is part of an organization, even your family, you are the ambassadors. Make sure that the information people perceive and get from you, direct or indirectly, is one that will put your organization or what you represent on a positive foot.
Okay, yes. Make sure that the image that you put out there, I always say, because you never know who is seated next to you, and you never know the impression. First impression. Somebody once said that first impression or an opportunity does not care about your mood. So be very, very careful how you put your first impression out there. If you meet somebody and this person is going to give you maybe a business opportunity or a great one at that person will not think at that point in time that maybe you're having a bad mood. So an opportunity or growth does not really care about your mood at that point in time.
I'm getting that for the first time.
Yeah, so be careful around persons. You never know who is watching. You might just be putting that behavior around somebody that could uplift you
and
tomorrow.
Behavior, people, the one thing about people now, Rita, is that perception is what tries. People hardly even want to get your explanation. People even hardly want to get to know what you will want to say. Immediately they get the perception and just like grumpy, and you just see you burning the bridges that would have led to.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. And just a quick one before we end the show. Now, looking at you, I feel like you can go to break the world record for values. So our topic of discussion this morning is what if you had to set the world record for something, what would that be? Like you want to set a record, a world record for something.
I want to set a world record, especially in this dispensation where it is almost impossible to have it all. You get it like either you're a wife or you're thriving in career. For somebody to really get both, it becomes like doctors. So I want to set the world record for most valuable wife.
Most valuable wife. I said it our value will find a way to enter inside this matter.
I want to always feel like it is not difficult to have it all. You can be a wife. Like I just give you my before I'm really
you can be a wife and you can be
for the family.
You can be a business lady.
You can be
You
anything.
can be an entrepreneur.
Don't limit yourself to think that I will just have this and not have the other. You can have it all.
You can have it all. Thank you so much, and that's an inspiration too. Yes, you can have it all, and there you got to. This is where we come to the end of the morning show this morning. Many thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so this time around we are about ending the show. I just want to say a big thank you to Tamfo Clothing for bringing us on air and for equally making sure that we are comfortable, and to our editor-in-chief Fa Every Sayo, and to our mentor Humphrey Eno Ayuk. And yes, it is the end of week edition. I mean, it's Friday. I'm thinking of what I'm going to do to make myself happy today, because I told you earlier, you need to be happy to lower the risk of heart disease. You don't want to, take in the stress so you don't end up, having heart disease. I mean,